Welcome, everyone. So lovely to see you. Hi. All these beautiful, familiar faces. Oh, Theo, it's lovely to see you. It's been so long since I've seen you, darling, and your beautiful Gaia and Gael. Oh, hope you're well, sweetheart. Hi, Bruce, Maurice, Kim, and Carol, and Audrey, and Jilly, and Maya, and Agnes, Caro. Hi, everybody. And Amara, welcome. Sweetheart, Sabrina, Carol Craft, Helen, Diane Prophet, lovely to meet you, darling, at last. And Tina and Stephanie and Joe. And Dunya, lovely to see you again, Dunya. Haven't seen you for a while. And we've had about 200 people sign up for this today. So I don't know, it's kind of first come, first served today because I think I can only get 100 people on the screen at once. But of course, I'm recording this. I'm going to put my camera now and pin my video for privacy reasons, obviously, for all of you. And welcome you all. It's so lovely to see you. And here we are celebrating our beautiful Magdalene Day. It's the feast day of the Apostle of Apostles of Mary Magdalene. But also, it's a day that we can take out of time to remember an incredible emissary of the divine feminine energy coming to the earth and working through her mission with her beloved. And of course, there's many lifetimes she had before Mary Magdalene, such as Lady Nada in the Temple of Love in Atlantis, and the high priestess of the planet when it was Lemuria, was the Magdalene frequency then, which was called the Ma-Ra. So many, many names, many, many faces, many, many lifetimes, but one mission. And of course, that mission is love. So I thought what we'd do today is we're going to work through the heart, as we always do with Mary Magdalene's teachings. And those teachings are to go through the gateway of the heart and to live from the heart, to live from love, to live from the place of pure joy. And no matter the consequence or whatever we're facing, whatever's going on in this world, to always ask the question about what would love do in every circumstance and every situation. And sometimes that's very difficult to do. And Mary Magdalene really was the embodiment of that love and forgiveness. And so she has a very, very special message today for all of us. So we're going to go into the heart and we're going to reside in the pearl today. And I'll be watching the door a little bit, although I will be reading some notes here as well. So if you don't get in, you'll catch the recording. So for those of you who haven't worked with me before, there's a very simple little meditation that my teacher taught me. And my teacher was the full embodiment of the Divine Mother frequency known as Isis, Mother Mary, all of that. And she held space here on the planet for 75 years of her life. And in the last 5 years of her life, she was the full walk-in of the Divine Mother. And I spent around about 25 years of my life going and teaching with her and working with her and doing a lot of planetary work together, a lot of big work, cosmic work and universal work as well. And so I learned all of those teachings and started to remember those teachings of my own as well over those lifetimes to be able to bring these words forward today. So it's a great honor to be here celebrating such an incredible icon as Mary Magdalene, and indeed bringing us all together into the one heart where we can all work together and be part of that one heart in unity consciousness. So I've got some beautiful words. There was a beautiful embodiment of the Magdalene frequency that was on the planet until very recently called Dr. Professor Jules Maloney. And she actually did her doctorate in creativity, which I thought was extraordinary, considering it could have been all sorts of other things. But given that she is a creator, as we all are, creator beings, I've got some beautiful words that I'm going to read out. But I'd really like you to receive these in your heart today, not to cognize it with your mind and listen to the words and process the words, but to feel the words in your heart and to listen with your soul, which is a completely different experience. And sometimes in those moments, we get body chills, we get tears, we get deep knowing of remembrance. And that's what we're aiming for today, to celebrate this beautiful divine feminine energy that we're all being called to embody. So if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath or two, relax yourself, get yourself into a comfortable position, we shall begin the sacred journey, the ancient journey through the gateway of the heart. And so just for a moment, activate your imagination. So whatever I'm sort of asking or talking about or creating a visual picture for you, you can imagine whatever that is. So let's say I'm saying we're going to walk through our heart. You're going to imagine that you're walking into your heart space. So just imagine for now that in the center of your chest is a beautiful platinum sphere of light. And just take a step now into this platinum sphere of light. And in this platinum sphere, in the center of your chest, in your heart, you're going to see a beautiful golden lotus flower. And so just see this beautiful golden lotus flower opening up in the center of your heart space. And every petal is starting to open with your consciousness observing the flower. And so just allow yourself for a moment to observe all the petals opening one by one in the sunlight of your spirit. And then take a deep breath and move towards the flower. And as you move towards the flower, there's a little step that you can take to step up into the center of the flower itself. And as you step up onto the flower, you see all the beautiful golden petals opening up around your feet. And every petal represents a quality of divine love, which is the sacred blueprint of the heart. And so the qualities of compassion, joy, grace, gratitude, humility, service, honor, valor, sovereignty, all these beautiful qualities start opening up around your feet, and you get a chance to breathe in the fragrance of all of these qualities coming together, which allows you to stand much taller in your own divine, majestic blueprint. So just allow yourself to breathe all these frequencies and these great fragrances of compassion and gratitude into your body, into your light body. And now before you, you're going to see a beautiful flame coming up around you. And these are the flames of divine love, sovereignty, and wisdom, also known as the threefold flame. And these flames are just going to burn around your being right now. And they do not burn in the traditional sense, but they are burning away everything that is not true and authentic about you. So any belief systems or any thought forms or any projections that are not of love are being consumed by these holy fires, allowing you to stand as your true presence of divine love, which of course you all are. And before you is a beautiful golden pearl. And the golden pearl has a life force of its own. It's sentient, it's alive, it's breathing, and it's beating in harmony with your heart. And this is known as the pearl of the high heart. So take a step inside this pearl. And as you do so, you're filled with the brilliant white light of source love. And just allow this beautiful love to hold you in grace and joy and the presence of Mother, Father, God, as though they're embracing their divine child, which is you, and holding you close. And so you can make yourself comfortable now in this beautiful safe space known as the Pearl of the Heart. And this is the safe harbor, the sacred bridal chamber, the meeting point of where heaven and earth meet within the human vessel. And also the sacred hierogamic marriage, where the male and female ceases to exist because we merge into the 0-point field of divine love. And so Magdalene is going to come through now with a message for us all to receive in the heart, for our soul to receive this message. Beloved family of Gaia, you are waking up to the serenity and deep peace of being and expressing, feeling and flowing the love that you are. This is a subtle refinement of all your energy bodies as they begin to recalibrate in a sweet and simple golden opalescent joy. You're in the process of receiving and anchoring the full presence of the Divine Mother, the divine feminine energies of peace, love, safety, and fulfillment. You see, it's necessary that each of you resonate in this way, coming to know more of the truth of who you truly are, ever more completely before it becomes the time to actually meet and work with your star families here on Gaia, and build an outer world that will delight and nourish all of your senses, your heart, and your spirit. The visionary images of light-filled architecture, free energy, transportation, meeting with our intergalactic councils of love and wisdom, or visiting the inner gardens of Shambhala, the center where the will of our divine creator is known, absorbed, and then shared for the benefit of all on Gaia, will slowly emerge as your consciousness continues to rise and your spiritual perception to see the finer vibrational worlds that already exist within and around you. These finer vibrational light-filled realms and heavenly energies are perceived through the open heart and the deep peace, openness, trust, humility, and awareness that the truly open heart activates. And then you are soul aligned with an awakened inner eye, an inner sight, which perceives spiritually. And then the continual inner revelation begins, and the truth unfolds within your own perception, and you begin to see and experience heaven on earth. This is all part of the ascension process, and it folds from within, and it continues to expand and unfold. And as we keep ascending in vibration, oscillation, frequency, and an unfolding, expanded consciousness and awareness. Each moment that you notice and feel gratitude for the beauty, the harmony, and the love that you see and experience makes the pathways of heaven on earth open wider and entices your human friends and family to join you there in a world of magnificent love, of beauty and truth. A shining and light-filled world which glows with the color and with the golden warmth of divine unconditional love. So connect with your star families, connect with the ascended masters of Gaia and with the angelic realms for telepathic discussion, release, healing, upliftment, youthing, age reversal, and the impressions of plans for the unfolding of a pristine and brilliant world full of creative, loving, brilliant, divine humans celebrating life together as you enter a new galactic period of collaboration and creative joy in the universal frequencies of love, healing, and remembrance. We, the Ascended Masters, we're walking with you, through you, and as you. We are all such high, glorious, ineffable beings of light, of love, and creative power. And the theme for this Magdalene Emanation today is to know thyself. That ancient maxim of all the ancient mystery schools etched over the doorways of the mystery schools of ancient Egypt and ancient Greece, and many more that we've now forgotten through time. Knowing oneself, so many facets, a prism shining light through it forever. Knowing thyself is ineffable. It is just being in the wonder as the bird sings. Knowing thyself is knowing thy pathways and your experiences and relationships, and that all that you have done in the world, and all the love that you are, and all the love you've ever loved, and all you have ever loved. It is your perception of all that is. It is your seeing, your observation of the light in the darkest corners. It is your feeling the harmonies when you're singing with others. It is you hearing the overtones. It is you being one with it all. And as we have said so many times before, you are it all. You have been it all. You have done it all. You've been everywhere. You are it all. And thus, knowing thyself is limitless, eternal, unfolding, fractalizing, deepening, widening, heightening, lengthening, going to pieces and coming back together again, moving your perception, your creative fire and your love through all worlds, everywhere, universally, all at once. The integration of your ineffableness, or what we have often called lately the multidimensional self, or the monad, or the 144, the many, many places that your individuated soul exists right now, is integrating beautifully without effort or conscious thought. You may have noticed how much more huge and joyful and magnificent you are, and how you feel with each day that you awaken. And on those days that you awaken when you feel off, just ask to release whatever it is and let it go. And then enter into the day with your magnificence and your brilliance, as the day then unfolds with the great depths of joy available to you. Have you noticed that each day can be more beautiful than the last? But this is our entryway into the golden age. This is the beginning of the golden age. And you have lived in many, many golden ages before. And you are living those simultaneously now in other aspects of yourself in many different places. But for now, in this body, in this moment, in this earth, in this identity, in this flesh, it is now at the beginning of the 7th root race golden age here on beloved Mother Earth, Gaia Sophia. And as each day is more magnificent than the last, can you imagine what your life will be like, say 10 years from now? Can you imagine the ineffable transformations that are going on with all of your loved ones all across the planet? For many, it happens deep within. Their aha moments, their recalibrations, their transformation, their openings of the heart and soul and mind to greater and greater breadth and expansion. the spinning of their electrons and their new chakras, awakening to greater and greater vibrations and frequencies, frequencies of joy and above that we don't even have words for right now. It is a law of physics that energies rise to match a higher frequency. And this is how the ascension is proceeding in a permutating wave of divine love and enlightenment. And whether you feel it or not, we are rising together as our own frequencies expressed as divine love and joy and creativity expand and expand like a great spiral of the eternal now. All life in our environment rises as well. The Golden Age's keynote is sovereignty and freedom, and the words, I know. So all old issues of faith are dissolving, and faith was a great virtue when it was the thread of evolution and part of the energetic qualities of the Piscean age. But now faith is dissolving and it's no longer necessary because now we know. How we know is through our heart and our soul. We simply know. And we're going to keep knowing more with ever more depth, breadth, and height. We're going to know more of stuff that we didn't want to see, stuff that we didn't know existed. We're going to get to know more of what has been hidden from us and the great vast universal soul that is indeed all part of us together in unity consciousness. We are going to know. And any conflict that you might be feeling in any arena of your life, any discord or disharmony, doubting of yourself, doubting of others, other people trying to define you or telling you what you need to do and so on, are just a mirror of any wounding of your inner child. There are no outer authorities in this golden age. We each, through direct gnosis, are connected to all that is, all of the time. Embrace and love your inner child and all the woundings that may arise at any time from your wounded inner child self. And embrace and pick up your inner child just like you would your own child until you feel her or him absorbed in utter divine love. You have the power to heal. There is one keynote for us all right now, which is the unconditional self-love and unconditional self-forgiveness. The only relationship there is the relationship of you with you. When you have the divinity of your relationship with you, you love everyone. And when you love yourself unconditionally, you accept yourself in all ways and in all stages of your evolution and your creative journey. And you come into deep integrity, wholeness, and peace. And beloveds of the one great heart, I love you. And so that is a beautiful emanation from the Jules Maloney heart of Mary Magdalene, who was gracing her presence here on the planet for a long time. And so staying in the pearl of your heart, I'm just going to sing a little chant that I've released today. And this chant came in when I was in a beautiful cave, the cave of Mary Magdalene in Saint-Baume in Provence in France. And these are the words that came to me, which means, bring heaven to earth, Maria Magdalena. Malkuta Shemaya, Malkuta Shemaya, Malkuta Shemaya, Malkuta Shemaya, Maria, 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 Maria Magdalena, Maria Magdalena, Malkuta Shamaya, Malkuta Shamaya, Malkuta Shamaya, Malkuta Shamaya, Maria, 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 Maria Magdalena, Maria Magdalena, Maria Magdalena, Maria, 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 Maria Magdalena, Maria Magdalena. So just allow those words and those frequencies and sounds to fill your heart with joy of the devotion that is involved to walk the path of the Divine Mother and to be the emissaries here of that level of peace and love and forgiveness and ascension and all the beautiful things that we're now moving into. And some of you here in the call might say, well, actually, I'm going through my dark night of the soul. And that's all part of it. It's all part of the ascension process, is to break down into little tiny pieces and then to be put back together again in your highest version. And so it's the old story again of the caterpillar and the butterfly, the caterpillar making the cocoon the safe place to go into its own heart, to go into that safe harbor, and to then fall into the mush and then come out the beautiful butterfly with the extraordinary gossamer wings and the pure divine design of the architecture of Mother, Father, God in action of beauty. And so we're being asked to embrace every single stage of the ascension process that we're in right now. The deep depression that can come from that, the not knowing and losing faith and not believing in anything anymore. That's all part of it. It means you're doing it right if you're feeling any of those feelings. So embrace yourself, embrace your inner child, maybe walk in the meadow of your own consciousness with Yeshua and Magdalene. And we're being invited now to come into a beautiful meadow in our imagination. And as we're walking through this meadow, there's all the birds and the bees and the butterflies and the warm breeze on our face and the beautiful sunshine hitting our face and warming our cheeks. And walking towards the sacred oak, a beautiful oak tree in the center of the garden of the heart. And Yeshua and Magdalene are waiting for us in their Yeshua and Magdalene embodiment, which of course was 2000 years ago, but they're here in their light bodies, which is their true self, their true energy signature. And they're sitting down and they're asking all your inner children to come and sit with them in a circle. And they're holding hands and embracing, and all the children are playing and jumping all over them in that pure innocence and joy. And it's just a reminder for us to be there for each other right now, to hold each other and to be sensitive and have a sensitivity that we all have wounding. We all have these wounds and these experiences that have been so difficult, but it's all part of the evolution of our soul. And so sitting here by the oak tree, just allow your inner child to go and receive a beautiful blessing from Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. And then your inner child is bringing that blessing back to you. And they're blessing you just as they have learned innocently from the source of purity and innocence itself, from this beloved union. And they're blessing you and saying beautiful words of gratitude for being their caretaker, for being the living proof that they make it through all the traumas and all the pain and all the suffering. You are the living proof that they made it. And so now hold and embrace your own inner child and tell them that everything's going to be okay, because it is. In the evolution and advancement of the soul, everything is okay, because everything that is, is. And so we're being asked to embody this purity now, this innocence, this self-forgiveness, this personal parental responsibility for our inner child, and to learn to play, to learn to utilize our creativity, our joy, our beauty of spirit, and to be the love that we came here to be the simplicity of that love. And so Yeshua and Magdalena are walking us back to our beautiful pearls, and we're coming into the pearl with our inner children, and just sitting here, closing the door and sitting here for a few moments and allowing ourselves to communicate with this purity and this innocence that is automatically and by default built into the human heart. And maybe today we can find a way to play again, to celebrate a beautiful day of the divine feminine, and to allow our divine feminine, whether we're male or female, allow our feminine side to be nurturing and to play, to be creative and to be joyful. And the more we do that, the more we enter into the frequency of the new earth, of the golden age. And so we're here now to really fully embody that divine mother frequency. And what a joy that is. So that little mantra that I was just singing there, I have it on my recent release on my Bandcamp, and you can go and listen to that and stream that a few times if you would like to listen to that again. And so for now, just stay in your heart. We're going to stay here for the rest of the day and receive the messages from the Magdalene, because she will have her own knowings to communicate to our knowings. And so we're moving away from this faith and belief and the religious dogma and going into the deep knowing of the heart, the deep knowing that we are actually all one universal soul, having this individuated and subjective experience of being separate from God. And of course, the knowing allows us to remember that there is no separation at all. No separation. No separation, only love. So you're welcome now to stay in your heart space. And I hope you enjoyed those words from myself and Jules Maloney, bringing those Magdalene frequencies through for us to deeply remember that we are love. We're deeply lovable. We're love itself, and we are loved. And so it is.